Hi, my name is Stefan, and I'm the founder of Business Funding. Today, let's talk about your FICO score and your personal credit and things you got to pay attention to in order to improve your business credit. Look, the fact is that when you're getting business credit, if you own the business, they're going to also look at your personal credit. So let's talk about four really important things. Number one, let's talk about your strengths. If you have used your personal credit to buy business equipment before in the past and have paid on it on time, that's a positive. We call that comp debt. It stands for comparable debt. And really, that's a banker's way of being able to say, hey, been there, done that. So if you're looking to buy a $60,000, piece of yellow iron, and you've already bought two of those in the last couple of years, and you've paid for them on time and paid them off, then the fact that that shows up on your credit is going to be really good for you. Okay? Two, let's talk about issues, problems. Number one, you need to tell us if any of the bad issues on your credit report are one-off issues or whether they're recurring. If they're a one-off issue, it's particularly important to tell us about it because that'll help us argue that, hey, look, that was just a one-time thing. You got to cut this guy some slack, right? Things happen to anybody. So that helps us if we can demonstrate that that was just kind of a one-time thing. Number two, let's say you've got a issue from a couple of years ago that, let's say you ran into trouble a couple of years ago and you've got 3 or 4 items that are delinquent. If you are making regular payments on them, I can use that fact to show that you're the kind of person that pays their bills, that has the integrity to pay off their debts, and isn't somebody that just walks away. That's really powerful. Sometimes that can be the difference between you're getting funding or not. So if you did run into problems a couple of years ago and you've got some delinquent items on your credit, my recommendation to you is start paying on it. Even if you don't have an agreement, even if it's just a little bit every month, pay on it, month after month, and keep those records because we can use that to show your integrity, to show you're the kind of person that pays their debts, and that's going to help a funder get the confidence they need to give you credit. All right, last thing. Debt's one of those funny things that if you don't use it or you use it and don't pay on time, you are hurting yourself, right? So if you have payments, make sure that you pay them on time. Look, if you pay it kind of on time, like a day or two late, it just makes you look bad, right? It's the kind of thing that a bank's going to look at it and go, oh, well, this guy's not reliable. And you're in your mind, you're thinking, hey, things have been really tough and I still made my payment within a day or two. Yeah, you did. And I credit you for that. But for you to get the full benefit of all that you do, you've got to pay it on time. And that's going to make you look the best and help us help you get the best possible funding. Last and not least, if you're one of these people that has not used credit at all and you argue correctly that that's a conservative, good, disciplined thing to do, you're right. But the problem is that that works against you in the credit world because credit analysts at banks, they need to see your ability to pay debts off on time. They like to see that. So my recommendation is, because it's a smart thing to have credit available just in case, something comes up, the unforeseen, the unknown. You need to make sure that you have some credit track record. So if you need to, just get a small loan on something, pay it every month on time for a minimum of 12 months. After you've done that, I'm okay if you go ahead and repay it, get it off your books, but you need a minimum of 12 months to establish a good credit pattern that I can use to your advantage in getting you better funding. So let's wrap it up here, but those are kind of 2 or 3 or 4 actionable things that you need to know about, strengths that you can identify for us on your past history, as well as things you can do going forward that are going to help us help you get access to better funding and better priced funding.